Yeah, so taking you guys through this game will be Sean, Carlson, and Jimenez. Take it away.
Absolutely, and as we kick things off in pistol here, we are going to see a little bit of utility come out on the Winterfox boys as they do make their way slowly towards the middle part of the map on Dust 2 here and perhaps trying to make their way up short. But the CTs, however, seem to be all over this as we do have two of the Team Liquid boys pushing up short here. Elise will catch APOC, but Dexter with a great double kill there to open up this short choke point through to the A bomb site here. And the rotation, though, is coming through really quick behind him as Pimp will get one headshot there onto Offnu. Zusi will get the trade back onto Pimp, but Nitro finishes Zusi off there. And the boys from Winterfox will find themselves in a 2v1 situation post-plant, as I am now joined by Jim. Hello, Jim.
The angry mob of T's taking their way up short, and it's got them to bomb plant so far. So we do see Winterfox now defending this 2 versus 1, but they're going to peek out together here, and hopefully they don't get too isolated as Hiko, the clutch master, has to go 2-on-1 against the Aussies and not able to do so. Dexter taking him down. Great round from Dexter, actually picking up the triple frag.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, good start for Dexter, and it's what Winterfox are going to need in this map, you know, securing that T-pistol. And, I mean, any rounds they're going to be able to secure against Liquid at the moment is going to help with their confidence, which is they're going to have to get sky high to go to toe-to-toe with these boys. But interestingly, though, Liquid looked like they knew what was coming there and seemed to be prepared for that short push. It was just that, Nitro gets a great shot there on the Dexter. It's just that Winterfox were able to get the frags when it mattered and found their way onto the A site. As we will see another scout tag coming out there onto Offnu, and the force buy of the scouts and Swag 7 coming out here from Team Liquid is looking to be effective early, Jim, as the terrorists are trying to make their way up short again.
This is a dangerous buy, actually, from Liquid, because Winterfox, they walked into it. I mean, Dexter felt the wrath early on, that scout headshot just ripping him to pieces, and now they're going to make their way out mid to B here, and that jumping scout from Nitro once again.
Mate.
Taking down, but Zusi finds a reply to JDM, pushing through that smoke there. Hiko, he finds a reply, but Nitro is just having a field day here, picking up the quad, and what a fantastic round from him to secure Liquid's first round.
I feel like that was Nitro's way of saying, hello boys, welcome to America, because that is an absolute stomping there coming out from that scout. And I mean, yeah, I think that's a taste of what Winterfox should expect for the rest of this series.
Yeah, just a taste of Nitro.
Just a taste, a little sip.
Just the sip.
As we do see the terrorists group up here towards long. They have force-bought into this round with some upgraded pistols and a little bit of utility spread across the boys there, and they're looking to exploit short again, and we're lucky enough to see that there is no CTs defending it up close, opting for that long range, which is going to be, it's obviously smart against an eco here, but they're about to walk into that scout of JDM, and he's being supported there by Pimp, I believe it is, on towards that long side. As EMAG does throw out the smokes, the utility will start to flood on the A site now, and with that we should see the rotate as that molly is going to do a little bit of damage there. Dexter is caught out at long by Elige, but EMAG does get a deagle kill onto JDM, and Offnu chimes in with a pistol headshot of his own onto Pimp. So with that, they are going to get the plant here, and APOC has managed to secure a scout as well. So not a bad start to this eco round for the Aussies.
And now they need to defend the plant against Nitro. He takes, well, it's actually Hiko that chimes in for that frag to help him out through short. This is where the retake's coming from. It is from short, it is from long. They are being pressed here in the site. There's not a lot they can do. Post-plant positions weren't too strong. They didn't have a lot of territory outside of the bomb site, and Liquid were able to just put the acid onto Winterfox there, and under pressure, they do melt. So Team Liquid there finding their second round. And despite the best efforts of Winterfox, it was an expensive round, actually, for Liquid, but not able to close it out there.
Yeah, not able to close it out, and we saw that was quite an efficient retake coming out from the CTs, and quite brutal. They didn't mess about. They you know, once they got into position, straight onto the site, took care of business and secured their anti-eco round. And the terrorists now will be forced onto, I guess I would call it a full eco. EMAG does have a deagle and body armor. I'm not sure if that was a misbuy. But nonetheless, they are looking for that mid-control again. And look, it's deja vu, Jim. They're going to mosey their way up short and see if they can have another crack at this A-bomb site.
Yeah, JDM laying wait, though. He's got that rifle this time, and he's closely supported here by Pimp. So already going to test this. The new recruits to Liquid here, as we do see JDM take that first frag quite sharply too, might I add. And he is going to put Zeusy to bed as well. Picks up the third on Offnu, but not able to find another frag after that. JDM and Elige, or should I say Elige and Pimp, pick up the remaining frags, but strong site defense already. They did get the plant though, Winterfox, so the economy is going to flow for them. And we will see now Liquid run to that 3-1 lead.
Yep, and crucially though, Winterfox will come out with the AK buy this round. So we've got full utility across the board, 5 AKs across the board as well, and we've also got I was going to say, JDM's kept the UMP, but no, he swapped out for an AWP there, so this will be the first gun round coming into this match, and I mean, Winterfox really going to need to show what they're made of here, and they've decided to have a look at what's happening towards B early, trying to take control of Upper Dark, opting for a bit of a split across the map here, so potentially trying to feel out what kind of buy they're going to be up against and where they could potentially exploit.
That's right, so can be flashed out middle there. It's actually JDM that misses his shot, so they're going to now try and hit this B bomb site through middle. The mid to B split is coming through, and they're going to try and get through that window there. Great frag from Zeusy, opening things up, the young one to watch from this Winterfox side. And that the trades are good. Hiko, though, leaves a parting gift and burns Emag as Elige comes through the mid double doors, and it's a 2 versus 3 situation here, Bull, and it's a tough one here for Winterfox to defend.
Yep, it is going to be difficult, especially with Offnu going down like that. So APOC finds himself in a 1v3 post-plan situation. The boys from Liquid, though, are starting to throw the utility over top. Couple of flashes. Elige is pushed in through that window. APOC does spot him towards the balcony. Does get that frag, though, and Pimpy is going to make a peek. And what are Liquid doing? They're peeking him one at a time, and you can't do that to APOC. He will punish you for playing sloppy CS like that. JDM does go for the fake defuse, trying to draw out the peak. It's not going to happen, and APOC has just secured the 1v3 gem.
We have a saying here in Australia, or at least we did when he played here, you can't stop the POC. So you can't stop the POC, and in that particular situation, that 3 versus 1, well played from him. Also knew that it wasn't likely that JDM was going to stick. That's a very ballsy move, and it paid dividends there as now Winterfox secure their second round.
Yeah, perhaps a little bit of a little lack of respect there coming out from that 3v1 situation. No one was really set up to trade each other as they peeked into Dark, and you know they really did throw that round away, the Liquid boys. But nonetheless, Winterfox will secure the first gun round. And we are going to see a double AWP setup come out on Team Liquid here. So JDM and Nitro are going to pull out the big sticks early. And let's see what they can do, as there's actually an early presence as well from the Team Liquid boys towards that B bomb site.
Just taking a lot of map territory here. Winterfox, as they do get themselves flashed into mid. You can see a mass grouping of them here, that angry mob of terrorists making their way up the catwalk, taking control of short. And that's a key area. It's a key staging area for me on this map. So it's good to see Winterfox also recognizing that as well. It does hold the key to not only mid control, but also that A bomb site as well, and locking those CTs in there. If you can force a rotation through, it's going to be fantastic. As you can see, APOC getting himself out mid, but he has been spotted here. Now the B bomb site is going to be called into question as they try and pincer.
Yeah, the pincers on here, and they start to execute onto the B bomb site. Zeusy will open things up on the Nitro, and Dexter will find the frag onto Hiko. So a great little split to be there coming out through mid. I do like that that mid smoke they throw from short as well. I think that's a nice little touch. And they've managed to secure this round as the remaining counter-terrorists are going to opt to save.
Yeah, smart call there from Liquid, and it was made quite early in the picture too. They are grouped up well, and you can see that it's only really APOC that is sent in pursuit at the moment. He's covered a lot of the map, so that is going to be communicated out to his teammates there. Winterfox are keen to try and take these guns out of the hand of Liquid, but they're not really pressing for the issue. It would be great for them, but you can see they're more concerned with just shoring up their own economy there. It's only just starting to build, and they don't really need to lose any of their weaponry.
Yeah, absolutely not. And Winterfox will get their third round on the board there. And I mean, Jim, am I correct in saying that you once coached a team with Zeusy in it?
I did actually. I did coach the former Chiefs lineup that he was in, the one that actually played at the Crown tournament here in Australia, in Melbourne. And look, very young, promising player. Also hails from New Zealand too, so he's actually not an Australian player, if you were going to be confused. So very proud New Zealander, but yeah, a lot of talent in that player. Obviously then going on to play for Team Immunity after that, and obviously sticking now with this group of players that he's found comfortable to play with. And JDM actually picks him up with that first frag of the round. So as I speak of him, he's been silenced.
Yeah, he was looking to get that lurk on towards lower tunnel here as his teammates group up towards long, but JDM with that aggressive push-up short and that AWP is going to put an end to that, and JDM will catch Dexter there towards the power pole, and that's two great opening frags for JDM here, and Winterfox find themselves on the back foot early here as they're going to try execute up long, but they're going to run into 4 counter-terrorists here, ready and raring to go, with the 5th flanking them from long as Elige will chime in with the frag there onto Offnu. APOC and EMAG are in dire straits now as APOC will try to peek out here and make his way towards the side. It's not going to happen. JDM will chime in with his 3rd frag for the round. Pimp will clean up EMAG, and a flawless gun round coming out from Team Liquid.
It's just that stream of flashes from Team Liquid towards long that just stopped Winterfox from getting anywhere at all. You could see they were just blind for most of the time. They never really progressed from there. And it was great work from, I do believe it was Nitro just holding at those long boxes to call for those flashes and then step after the 3rd and final. And he didn't quite clean up, but he was enough of a distraction as they found it difficult to get that cross. And you can see now another gun round coming out for Winterfox. Dexter actually picking up that AWP. I do believe he's actually taken on the in-game leadership role with this team as well. So he was an in-game leader for his former team Chiefs, and only new to the role, has proven himself to be quite handy with it, but still, I dare say, a lot of learning to be done.
As the Winterfox boys are looking to make their way up short, and they've run into that AWP of JDM once again as he will take out APOC, and he's actually single-handedly halted this push-up short. The terrorists now taking their time in their approach and slowing things right up. CTs, however, holding strong in their defense, not opting to rotate too aggressively yet as Pimp's going to pop out and catch... Oh, I thought he was going to catch a second one there, Flash, but he will get traded out by EMAG, and the mid to B players on here as the 3 terrorists try to make their way up. A great molly coming out to prevent anyone coming through the doors. Zusi tried to run through it, wasn't to be. Nitro gets 2, Hiko with the last, and Liquid starting to look like the Liquid we'd expected to see in this match.
Yeah, look, funnily enough, Liquid using Flame to their advantage there. They hold up the doors with the Molotov, and essentially they all had to funnel through the window after that, and it was just like shooting fish in a barrel. There wasn't a lot Winterfox could do. They had to try and brute force their way in, and they were just cleaned up in the act of trying to get into the B bomb site. You can see that's exactly where they're headed right now, and it's going to be difficult for them because you can see that they're both playing in the bomb site at the moment, both Hiko and Nitro. As I say that though, Nitro actually relinquishes his position in the B bomb site, but with that smoke, they've actually managed to rotate 3 there. So if Winterfox go there, they're surely walking into the meat grinder.
Absolutely, and I fear for Winterfox. That's what they were planning to do. Hiko will pick up Dexter through the smoke there with the old chance spray. And he's about to go absolutely huge. He's going to get an eco cleanup. Or Offnu's going to put an end to that, but Nitro quickly trades back onto Offnu. Almost a flawless round coming out from Liquid there on the anti-eco gym, and we are going to see another gun round come out here from the Winterfox boys. But I mean, what do you think they're looking to? What do you think they're looking to get out of this half? You know, what's par for Winterfox against Liquid on T-side Dust 2?
10.
Yeah,
10. And they've already fallen short. So look, to be
okay.
honest, a successful T-side on Dust 2 is still slightly holding that T bias. So for me, these guys are going to win the matches on their T side. The CT side probably not as cohesive as it could be just yet. We haven't seen a lot from these guys, to be fair, so it is tough for them. I mean, they are holding the core of that old immunity lineup with, well, the immunity lineup that played at the IWCA qualifiers there in China, but they really haven't had too many competitive showings since then. So Nitro and Hiko combining to find frags there. 4 versus 3 situation. They have control of short Winterfox, but they really don't act on it too quickly. As you see, EMAG, he's been flanked completely by Elige. The information, the pushes from Liquid are just so strong at the moment. They are just struggling to gain their feet. APOC though, 3 versus 1.
Yeah, really tough situation for the POC here, but he did it earlier. The 1 versus 3. We'll see if the boys from Liquid give him a little bit more respect now, and Elige is going to get caught with his pants down there towards long. APOC will make a nice shot onto him there and does get the bomb down. He's going to be moved out of cover from that molly, and Nitro with the AWP will take APOC out of the equation. Hiko there's just going to wait for that molly, and Liquid are going to move to 7th region.
Great patience there from Nitro as well. I mean, the one-man apocalypse. Unfortunately, wasn't able to clutch that one out in the 3 versus 1. So he, I dare say, would have been disappointed with that. He probably felt that that was a winnable round once he actually secured that plant.
I guess you could say they can stop the POC. I mean, it's possible. I guess you can't stop the POC was a domestic thing.
It must have been domestic.
Yeah, it must have been a domestic thing.
Yeah, look, they're doing quite well at the moment, Team Liquid, and this was their map pick, so I guess it is to be expected a little bit. You can see Elige, though, is going to be under duress here, as luckily that flash is timed perfectly. It gets him out of jail. Whilst it blinds him, it also blinds the 4 terrorists that were breathing down his throat, and now we see the push into Upper Dark coming out from Liquid. They have a lot of info now. They know exactly where to defend, and JDM missing that shot means he is going to fall into CT spawn. But the push in Upper Dark means that they are just going to be round up in this A bomb site.
Oh, absolutely. They're going to get strangled here, as we do see Nitro once again is going to catch Emag in mid. That's the second round in a row Emag's died like that. So that's going to be frustrating, as JDM and Pimp get a couple of frags each of their own, and APOC will trade back onto Pimp. And the bomb is going to go down towards A here, but the CTs are set up and ready for what's going to be quite a savage retake, as 2 players are set up towards short. Well, 2 players in CT, I apologize. 1 in short and 1 in long. So once this retake does come in, it's going to be savage, as JDM does catch Zusi towards the car there. And APOC, will he be stopped again? And I think he will, as he's trying to find a frag. It's not going to happen. Nitro will take him out with a really crisp shot there. And Team Liquid really starting to run away with things here, Jim.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little bit hard to manage for Winterfox at the moment. They did get the plant, so the positive is their loser bonus is accruing, and they do have that money in the bank. They're going to need to do more with those rifles, though, and you can see they're having trouble dismantling the crossfires that Liquid are sitting up in place. You can see, though, once they're putting pressure on one area of the map, they're committing a lot of numbers towards that particular portion. It's leaving holes in the defense. Liquid are capitalizing on this. You saw the push into Upper Dark just before, and it's leaving them holed up, and they're not left with a lot of options once they've decided where to put pressure on them. Liquid are just basically rounding them up, getting the information that they need, and from there they're able to just determine where they're going.
And we are going to see a bit of a split coming out from the Winterfox boys now. They've slowed things up and opting for a 2-2-1 with 2 players towards mid, 2 in dark, and 1 chilling towards that long part, as JDM once again wreaking havoc on the short push. Will find 2, and he's actually going to hold his ground here, so he's feeling confident. As I say that, though, he's going to fall back towards A. Crucially, though, there is a push coming out from Elige here, and Ofnu has caught that out, so a trade back for the Winterfox boys, as they are still extremely spread out, though, Jim, so no real opportunity there to capitalize on that pick.
And JDM is going to pick up his 3rd for the round as well, using that smoke to full advantage. Zusi going down, and you can see the 2 terrorists, Imagine and Ofnu, are going to group up here, at least reunite together in mid, and they are up against 4 counter-terrorists of Liquid, and Liquid are quite comfortable in this round. You can see that they've got most areas of the map managed, and they're going to try and brute force their way out mid, but this is certainly a death trap here.
I mean, it's not a bad idea. They've split up the CTs. They'll have a 2-on-2 either way they go, but Hiko and Pimp are just going to mow them down. They barely even get a time to react as they come around that corner, and Team Liquid are going to move to 9, plays 3 for Winterfox as they go into this 13th round, and it's really starting to get out of hand here for Winterfox. Hopefully they can get another gun round. You know, I'm looking, if they can get 5, maybe they can bring it back CT. I know you mentioned that 10 would be par for their T side. That's obviously not going to happen. But Liquid looking very strong at the moment.
Right now, they'd be happy with 6 rounds. They'd be happy to take the rest, but obviously they've got to make these pistols work for themselves there, as I do believe it's Dexter that gets himself out mid. They do get that frag onto Nitro, though. APOC picking up that frag with a P250, and now we do see Elige throw the smoke behind him, making him think that Long was clear, but Emag does get taken down regardless. Falling for the trap slightly, did actually catch him out, but Elige is able to capitalize there. APOC getting another frag, and they are going to get themselves towards this B bomb, so they're going to try and pincer Hiko here, and Hiko does get one before he is taken down. It's now a 2 versus 2 situation, but Ofnu smartly grabbing himself a rifle before getting that plant, so both terrorists are armed and dangerous.
And ready to go here as the bomb will go down. It is a 2v2 post-plant situation for the terrorist here, as Pimp does find himself into Upper Dark and is trying to make his way into sight now. He's perhaps going to wait for Elige to try and make a play here. Actually scratch that. Pimp will find the headshot onto Ofnu, and the kill onto Dexter as well. So unfortunate for Winterfox there, unable to really hold that post plant, and Team Liquid will move further ahead.
They are just flowing quite well, Team Liquid here at the moment. Winterfox, on the other hand, have just gone back into their burrows, and unfortunately, they're not really getting a lot of chances. And Dexter will pick up that AWP, so I'm keen to see what he has in mind with this round, but he's going to post himself up in mid here. APOC going for that fast, long control, and they're going to try and take on the might of Elige.
Yep, just floating along here, Team Liquid. All downstream from this point as APOC actually will find the first frag onto Elige and almost gets that second one onto JDM, puts him on 15 HP, tries to get that grenade to finish the job, unable to happen. So Winterfox here are in a pretty strong position with that opening frag. Taking their time though, not prepared to do anything too quickly, really trying to clear out these choke points. The CTs, however, have rotated on that frag and find themselves congregated towards CT in that mid area. But the Terrorists now starting to make their play onto the A site, and EMAG has a real opportunity here to go big, catching these rotators through mid. He will split out the first one. Great trigger discipline there. Catches Hiko. Pimp is going to come back, but Pimp does get the frag onto EMAG there, turning it back into a 3 versus 4. JDM, though, patiently waiting for a Terrorist to perhaps cross back into sight or out of sight, but I'm not sure if Team Liquid are going to go for this. They should. They've got plenty of money. I don't see why they wouldn't.
Yeah, they're just waiting to see whether or not anyone makes a mistake on Winterfox's behalf. They have done so in the past, so it's not surprising to see them here, but they are going to late execute on this site. Great cleanup there from Winterfox. They get themselves another round, and hopefully with that comes a little bit of confidence to be taking those duels. They know that they can match it with them aim on aim. At the moment, it's just falling apart because Winterfox aren't dismantling the crossfires that Liquid have got. In fact, the best success they've actually got is putting pressure early on mid and splitting that B bomb site. That's exactly what they need to be doing here in this round, as Dexter just tags up Nitro through the door.
Yep, does get a tag there on a Nitro. Nitro will find himself on 20 HP, and the Terrorists now are going to look to try and convert that into a round win and hopefully secure the last round of this half, as they are opting to go for a split again across the map and really try to fill out the information. They, Liquid earlier in this half got away with a lot of pushing on whether it was into upper dark or whether it was a long push. So I believe Winterfox are just trying to counter that now by spreading out and try to capture the aggression from Liquid. But smart play coming out from Liquid. They're not falling for any of that, and they're going to wait for Winterfox to show their hand before they get too aggressive, Jim.
Yeah, and this is a very patient round from both teams here. You can see that Winterfox are taking territory here in short, and JDM is actually posted up in Goose there, watching to short to make sure that no one steps before the smokes or flashes go down. Often you see that is a mistake. Sometimes you can't time it always perfectly, but here we go. Winterfox executing onto the A-bomb site. JDM posts up. He actually does leg Imagine as they drop into CD spawn there. The smoke execute comes up. They are going to try and split this site through the CT ramp as well. JDM has to post up here. EMAG is waiting for that rotation. He does catch Hiko out as well. Offnu sharply onto Pimp there, and now they have control of the site. They had to defend post plant. Liquid will go for this. Nitro picking up Imagine there. It's back down to a 2 versus 3.
Yeah, 2 versus 3 here. The boys from Winterfox now do know where Nitro is with that AWP. However, Elige has found himself outside of long now and will start to make his push up onto the site. APOC, though, with that drop into CT, will take out the AWP of Nitro. Elige will capture Obfnu there on site, but he's now got himself in a 1v2. It's not to be, as APOC will take care of him there, and Liquid will win the half 10-5. Winterfox, though, I mean, it could have been worse. It definitely could have been worse for Winterfox. They will get 5 rounds on their T side. I don't think it's enough, Jim, as you pointed out, but look, not a bad showing from the Aussies there.
It could have been better, though.
Look, could have been, yeah.
I think you're being overly kind to them, to be fair.
Somebody has to be.
It's not me. Point in case, though, is the fact that they had a lot of trouble taking apart Liquid's defense. Liquid were just very, very solidified. I know that's, well, a paradox, really, but either way, Winterfox are going to be tasked with getting the pistol here. If they do manage to do the unthinkable and secure that pistol round, they'd struggle to in their opening exchanges, funnily enough. Their pistol rounds were identified as their weakness. They've self-confessed that they've been struggling to win pistol rounds in their first ESL Pro matches. So hopefully they can buck that trend here. and get themselves a CT pistol round, because this is certainly one that they need.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if they want to try bring this back this half, it's going to be incredibly difficult. They have to start with a pistol. So that seems rather obvious, but when you're up against a team like Liquid as well, it's a lot about momentum with these boys, and we've pointed out the fact that they haven't spent much time together, playing together. They're all extremely experienced players. This is Winterfox, of course, from the Australian region, all with overseas experience together, but not together, overseas experience individually. But as far as playing together, I don't even think they competed together domestically.
They haven't competed together. That's true, actually. The core of the team played in the qualifiers for the IWCA as the immunity banner, but the only reason I say core is because they had Ofnu as the third player. He was actually a substitute for that immunity lineup, so technically it was only Zeusy and Imagine that played together. So unfortunately for them, they don't have a lot of competition experience. They have a lot of practice experience. They have actually been together as a lineup for quite a long time. It's just really tough to gauge their level at the moment because they haven't shown their hand. So maybe they have something in store here for their ESL Pro League match against Team Liquid. Liquid, obviously, one of the better teams in the North American scene, and so it's a very good gauge for them to see where they're at and where they stand and what they need to work on.
Liquid here, looking to group up towards Upper Dark early. They do have a little bit of utility on JDM and Elige, and JDM will throw his, I think it was a decoy or a flash out early, and they're actually going to split here with a couple of players from the Team Liquid boys making some noise towards short, perhaps trying to draw out the rotation. But I think we are going to see a mid to B pincer coming out here, Jim.
Yeah, this is pretty well telegraphed looking at the overlay. So basically, we will see Ofnu under pressure here at the back of the platform. He gets binked early on. Apop finds another frag. So the hold is strong for now, but they're about to be overrun here in the bomb site. Elige finding that frag. Pimp also finding another one here. They do secure the bomb site. You can see the CTs are just holed up in city spawn. That smoke is very, very tough for them to overcome, and they are now knocking at the door of B.
They are knocking at the door of B, and they are going to try this retake here as Zeusy will come in with the flash. Unable to collect the... Oh, there it is. Great shot there onto Elige. Emag will catch out Nitro. It's all on Pimp here from Dark. Not to be. Zeusy will get that frag on the Pimp, and Winterfox will get that CT pistol.
That they will, and there you have it. Winterfox do what they found very, very difficult for them, something that eluded them in their first opening matches. It was those pistol rounds, so they do manage to secure it when necessary here against Liquid. Now they need to deal with this anti-eco. Thankfully for them, though, Winterfox will only be contesting some P250s, flash, and a smoke.
Absolutely, and there's a nice little congregation from the Team Liquid boys here towards middle, and they're going to make their way up short as an angry mob all together. The old Glock train, as we like to call it. Dexter, though, I believe he's heard the terrorist here. He's going to put a nade up there. It is going to do a little bit of damage there as Nitro does take a little bit of damage from that, but here comes the flood onto the A site, and smart play by Dexter there, not prepared to take them on 1v5 or 1vx, and happy to just chill in CT and relay that information to his teammates as their terrorists, though, are going to get a free plant.
They've been afforded the free plant here in the retake. 5-on-5 is going to occur, and it's going to be, well, not a question of whether or not Liquid can hold strong, but whether or not Liquid can actually repel this incoming team with superior weaponry. We do see Dexter, Ofnu, and Zeusy find frags, and now just all for Pimp. He's actually going to get out of there. He's going to try and flank through CT spawn. Apop is the one to clean him up. So, whilst they did surrender the site, surrender the plant, they did maintain their weaponry.
Yeah, and they got some dank bank along the way as well. So this is a good CT side start for Winterfox. If they can keep this momentum going forward, then, they could potentially claw this back. I mean, that's the optimist in me, because I know that once Liquid get this AK buy, which they have now, there's going to be a completely different story, as I do expect to see some aggression coming out here, and that's exactly what's happening, as the boys from Liquid are going to parade out long very quickly. Zeusy, though, does get the first frag with that P90, and he will get traded by Hiko rather quickly, but there you go, Hiko and Pimp, even with the CT stacking long. Oh, what was that? Hiko, that game sense does get another frag, and all of a sudden it's a 1v4 for Offnu, as Team Liquid with those AKs have just walked straight out long and done whatever they pleased.
Yeah, Hiko's not kidding at all, and when he made that frag, and now Offnu, providing the only resistance left for Winterfox, he's got himself an AK, but has to go 3 versus 1. The bomb will be planted now on the A bomb site. He is in two minds about going for this. If he picks up a frag early on, that smoke means that his decision has been made for him. Oh my goodness! He picks up Pimp with the falling frag. RNG no longer. I'm out.
The old how's your father there jumping down from short. That's a great one from Offnu, and hopefully he'll be able to save this AK for Winterfox's sake.
Send his father my regards.
As Hiko and Nitro don't look to be chasing him, quite content with letting him keep that weapon. They're not too concerned. Team Liquid move to 11.
Winterfox, though, do secure that AK through Offnu, but you can see their money is struggling at the moment. It's going to be tough for them, and they are going to buy into this round too, so they are going to just make do with what they've got. They're going to be a little bit light in the utility department, but it is EMAG and Offnu that do have the kit, so they are able to make up for some of it. They just need to be very, very solid here, but you can see the aggression coming out here towards long from Team Liquid. They're looking for a repeat of last round, and this time they are met with 3 counter terrorists. Elige cuts one down. The trades come out. They go either way, and you can see now it's a 2 versus 2 situation. JDM taking that, and I mean, it's 20 seconds into the round, and it's down to a 2 versus 2. This is madness.
That's rather interesting. I mean, you saw last round when Liquid pushed out long, they quickly found out that Winterfox like to play 3 players towards that part of the map. So going into the next round, what do Liquid do? Well, let's go long, because we know we can get some action there. And I mean, the trades went back and forth, and they do find themselves in a 2v2 situation, but Liquid showing absolutely zero fear from taking these Angels.
Well, I mean, already the Winterfox economy is going to be suffering as a result of being thinned out to only 2 members. So they need to win this round more than ever, because that reset, they're going to lose a lot of weaponry here. Even though they've already had an accruement of losses, they're just not going to be able to buy anything into the next round, and that's just going to give Liquid, I feel, far too much of a lead. Yeah,
Nitro's managed to sneak his way up short here, and I'm not sure if he's done that before Offnu was holding the line, but the CT seemed unaware, and with that, they've secured the A bomb site. The bomb will go down here as APOC and Offnu for Winterfox are going to try this retake through short. They throw the molly out. They're starting to make their way in, but waiting for some kind of movement. Offnu, though, will get caught out by JDM. APOC, now left in a 1v2, now knows where both the terrorists are, but he needs to land a shot here if he's to secure this round, and he just can't seem to do it, Jim. He's looking for it. He's searching for it desperately. Nitro just working him around that box, not giving him any real opportunity. JDM now just going to suppress him, and when he finally peeks out, he's going to have his head taken clean off.
Liquid, they're just playing the time quite smartly too, and a lot of pressure being placed on APOC there in that situation. You can see, as I said, their money has not been hard reset, but it's been reset, and to the point where Offnu and APOC are going to struggle to buy into this round. Zusi and Dexter aren't much better either. In fact, EMAG, the only one that afforded the luxury of upgrading himself to a Desert Eagle. Dexter does get that P250, but again, Liquid are going to try and contest long here, not committing the numbers they did before, but that's because the resistance isn't there from Winterfox. You can see now they recognize their own pistols, so they're going to try and use that rifle advantage as they do try and take long here. Zusi, though, does get the drop onto Nitro. Doesn't convert that into a frag, though.
Yeah, unable to clean that one up, as Dexter has found Pimp chilling in Upper Dark there, and will take him out and collect his AK as well. So an interesting little play coming out there from Dexter on that mid push. However, the rest of the terrorists are pushing out long here and just having a field day. Nitro with that flick towards the smoke there. I'm not sure what's happened. Or maybe his name's popped up through the smoke, but really good game sense there, as Offnu and Dexter will get a couple of frags of their own. JDM will trade back onto Offnu, but Dexter here with that AK is potentially going to try and make something happen out of this round, but it's not to be. JDM working that smoke like the pro that he is will put an end to that. Team Liquid move to 13-7.
Just lounging his way through life through that round. And you can see Winterfox now will have a gun round. They'll actually get that AWP in Dexter's hands. I'm keen to see where he posts up. I'd be interested to know whether or not he actually moves that AWP around and just keeps Liquid guessing if he manages to keep it long enough to get a few picks. But again, the long aggression coming out from Liquid.
Yep, long aggression once again from Liquid. They do like their push out here. They know there's 3 CTs holding, and they've decided, you know what, let's just go kill them early in the round, as Pimp and JDM will get the opening 2 frags. We'll get the opening 2 frags there, excuse me, and we'll find the third player too. They know APOC's close, as they look for that, and they are going to get it. Pimp will trade, will get the frag onto APOC. I'm not sure what he was doing there. He had plenty of opportunity to fall back, perhaps regroup with a teammate, but it's not to be. Offnu catches Hiko there towards short, so still an opportunity here for the CTs to work a retake. As I say that though, they're looking like they're falling back into dark, opting to save these weapons going into the next round.
Hello darkness, my old friend, as we do see Winterfox having to save out their weaponry. And Dexter is trying to retain that AWP. Liquid at the moment, they're just holding, wait and see whether or not Winterfox go for that retake just yet. You would imagine them to try and pursue these frags, try and cripple that CT economy, but for the moment they're just making sure that there is no retake on the card. Winterfox though in fairly decent positions here, should be able to save this weaponry out.
Yeah, they should be able to. I mean, the boys from Liquid don't seem to be too worried. Once again, happy to just chill towards long, let the CTs keep whatever weaponry they've got, and take it off from next round.
Hopefully. 14-7 the score. Liquid leading over Winterfox. You can see Winterfox at the moment are just reeling with that money situation. And they're going, by the looks of things, for a tactical pause.
That's interesting. So you think this is a Winterfox tactical pause with those 2 weapons they've saved? Try to work out what kind of buy they can do here. I mean, it's got to be difficult.
If it isn't a Winterfox tactical pause, surely it's a Liquid pause. In the Fnatic style, just to frustrate their opponent.
Look, it's a viable strategy. It can work, but I mean, I don't think they need it. They don't need that. I mean, unless it's just a little bit of, you know, let it all sink in that this is.
Could it be mind games?
I mean, it could be, but you know, Liquid don't need it. They're playing the mind games at the moment with, like I've pointed out, just you know, no concern about how the CTs are playing. They're quite content with playing their own game and just walking all over the defense of Winterfox at the moment.
That's right. I mean, at the moment, Winterfox have got that whole coming to America, Eddie Murphy style scenario going on. They're only just finding their ground, finding their surroundings, filling themselves out, and trying to find which level they sit at in the American tiers of play. But you can see now they're actually buying into this round. They've sorted their money out. They've taken their abacuses and really worked out how much they can actually afford here. This is really the last throw of the dice here for Winterfox because they've put a lot into this round. You can see they've got kits, they've got armor, they've got some utility here and there. Dexter, more importantly, retaining AWP. They're going to now, more importantly, talk about how they're going to try and hold in this round. You can see, surely they're going to either surrender long to Liquid because they haven't been able to hold it, even with stacking 3 members there. It's a tough prospect because once you lose long control, there's not a lot you can do as a CT. In fact, a lot of teams will place a premium on retaining long control and vice versa, surrendering short because they know long is a great staging area for the retake.
Well, absolutely. And I mean, I think, you know, the simple answer is they just need to be better. I mean, they're putting players towards long and
scathing.
Liquid are just walking out and killing them. You know, it almost, and I've pointed it out a few times, and I'm going to say it again, broken old record, it's almost like Liquid are enjoying the fact that they know where 3 counter-terrorists are playing and where they can go and have angels. It's like, sweet, let's get this round over nice and quick. That's kind of the feeling I'm getting from Liquid, because they don't seem to show any fear of that long push, even with knowing that they're going to run into 3 CTs.
Yeah, they're showing absolutely no fear, no respect at the moment. And you can see, as they split out a spawn, that's not exactly what Liquid are going to intend to do this round, but you can see the mind games have been played. Liquid have at least convinced Winterfox that there is going to be some long concentration coming out, and they've already sent 2 there right now, but this is meant fast mid is coming out from Liquid. They've taken control here. They're going to split this B bomb site early on. Offno is the only defender here, and he's going to be under a lot of pressure, or at least perceived pressure anyways. That CT rotation comes through CT spawn. Hiko, though, has made his way into short, and he might actually catch Imagine out. And he does.
Yeah, great lurk frag coming out there from Hiko, and he's perhaps going to bring the rotation back towards the A site here from the CTs. Yeah, he will. He will get the second frag there on the Dexter. Meanwhile, though, Offnu, perhaps sensing that this doesn't feel right, has decided to hold down B, and he will get the bomb carrier first of all, but is quickly traded out by JDM. Team Liquid will move to match point here. Interesting round coming off the back of that pause. It seems like Winterfox decided, okay, 3 at A is not working, let's put 4 at A. And what do Liquid do? They go B.
Well, if anything, that tactical pause gave Liquid a chance to play some mind games there, and they knew that Winterfox were going to make the adjustments according to Long, but unfortunately it didn't work out that way.
No, it didn't work out that way, and we are going to watch the boys from Liquid here put a focus towards that middle area as well as upper dark. Elige will take out Dexter there, but Apoc, he's going to trade back onto Pimp with the old Swag 7, and frags are going back and forth here as Elige does get himself a double kill there. Actually, make that a triple for Elige in this round as he's opened things right up for his team. And the reads come in from the terrace, and they are going to try and take Long, but Zusi and Apoc with a couple of quick frags there, and Elige finds himself in a 1v2 situation for the ace. And he's going to wake his way up Long. He does have 2 HP, so it's going to be incredibly difficult. I feel like Zusi and Apoc should have this one in the bag, and if they play together, it should be extremely difficult for Elige to finish this, but he does have an AWP, so anything could happen from this point, Jim. Bomb is down.
And luckily for him, he does have an AWP, so this is very much winnable for him. If he hits that first shot, and the second one in sequence there, it's going to be difficult, but Winterfox take him down. They ensure that they will live to fight at least another day. And now Liquid will have the luxury of just making them sweat over the next 7 match points.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, you know, yeah, if you're Team Liquid, you're not too concerned. You've done some damage to the economy of the CTs. They only stayed alive with 2 players. So though those AKs will get dropped here, it's not going to be the best of buys coming out for Winterfox. Team Liquid, on the other hand, do have a fair bit of money and should have a pretty easy run at this now. I wonder if they're going to go back to Long, Jim. I wonder if they're going to go back to the old run out Long and kill everything, because I like that. I like that strat.
The tried and tested.
Yeah.
Either way, it's in the back of Winterfox's mind that is going to be the case. So that Molotov, though, will, at least in Zusi's eyes, short things up momentarily. They're just throwing a lot of flashes towards mid and Long, but Apoc goes down, trying to push those mid double doors. And I mean, he was trying to make a play for his team there, Winterfox, but you can see they're grouping up here on short.
Yeah, the group up on short is definitely happening here, and they're actually going to hold things up. So off the back of that frag, quite content with letting the CT shuffle around their defense. Perhaps try find another frag here to open things up even more, as Dexter will spot out Nitro towards middle there, and he's actually going to make that frag happen. Hiko, however, does get the frag onto Offnu towards B, and that's going to open up the B bomb site. Zusi and Dexter, though, also getting a couple of trade frags of their own. So this is back to a 2v3 situation with Hiko and JDM slowly making their way towards the B site.
And they're going to slowly make their way in. They should be able to get this plant. It's only Dexter that's sitting out the side of the site, and he's only got 15 HP, so he's not going to try and front here, but he is going to wait for his teammates to regroup. They're on the doorstep of this B bomb site. The bomb plant will go down. They're not going to go in just yet. JDM is watching over Hiko here, and it's a 2 versus 3.
Yeah, it is, and it's, I mean, the clutch master himself, Hiko, finds himself in a 1 versus 3 now, so he's going to have to go big here for his team if he's going to try and close this game out. It's not to be. Emag will get that frag there, and another round on the board for Winterfox. So they've actually strung a couple together now, which is interesting. This will be 2 in a row for the boys in Winterfox with their gun rounds. So
that technically counts as 2 in a row, right? That's a couple.
That's a couple, yeah, 2 in a row. Yeah, definitely.
Look, it's within reach now for them. They've actually done enough to get Liquid on to an eco here. We will see the upgraded pistols coming out from them, so no real surprise. They've got a lot to play with still, so they're playing a patient game. There's no need for them to really force into this round, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're just going to try and do some economic damage here to Winterfox again. Now they're going for that long control.
Yeah, the long play's on again, and they're looking to try to do some damage close range with those pistols, as Zusi will spot out Elige. Sorry, Emag will actually get that frag there, and Emag will get a second one onto Hiko. So the long play with pistols not quite working out for Team Liquid early in this round, as Dexter will catch Pimp trying to go out mid, and it's a bit of a meat grinder there as Emag's going to get JDM. So it's all on Nitro now with that Tech 9. He's slowly working his way out middle. He's been spotted just then, and he's been bowled clean there by Emag, the old Warnie, out of B-bomb site. And a flawless round, a flawless anti-eco coming out from Winterfox.
Yeah, the straight out of mid-con not working for Liquid in that instance, but Winterfox now have bought themselves double-digit rounds, so they're starting to bring it back a little bit. Liquid, on the other hand, are letting this bleed out, so they had a commanding lead, and they were quite convincing in every fashion at the moment. Apoc getting tagged as he crosses the double doors. And now we see Liquid just playing a little bit more defensive now, showing their opponents a little bit more respect.
And I think we're seeing the NOA boost coming out from Winterfox there, and that's the boost towards middle. So that's quite a common little boost we see here domestically in Australia, as Ofnu will be there with the M4, and he's going to catch a Liege, and he might even get Nitro as well. No, it's not to be, as they're going to look to try get out of that position quickly. No, it's not going to happen. Nitro will get both the players there, which is obviously not part of the plans, and he's actually going to push out mid here. And a lot of pressure now on Dexter to hold this B bomb side, as he's going to find himself encased in a second by Terrorist. Will get the first frag on the JDM. Will the trade come out? No, the trade's not going to happen there, as I think it was Pimp there. A little bit too slow on the repeat. And, oh, what's happened here? No. Dexter and Pimp have just walked straight past each other in the smoke. Dexter's found himself in a really powerful position. No, Pimp's way too smart for that. Knows he's got to be somewhere around. Turns back, takes him out through the smoke, and it's all on Emag and Zusi here to try and retake this bomb site in a 2v3 situation. Oh, as Zusi does get the first frag onto Hiko, so it's now 2v2. Pimp and Nitro do now know where Zusi is, and Emag taking his time here. Comes out, gets the first frag onto Pimp. Nitro does trade back onto Zusi, but Emag will close it out and keep Winterfox alive in this game.
Alive. And just barely breathing here, but Winterfox are winning these rounds, and it's coming down to those 2 versus 2s, and that's exactly where they're bringing this one home, but it's coming at a cost. As you can see, though, Liquid, they look like they're actually going to take a tactical pause here. CT Economy is actually quite healthy as a result of starting to string some rounds together. You can see, I mean, we said that they got 2 in a row. Now they're actually doubled that. They're at 4 in a row, and doing a little bit better this half, so it's interesting to see how Liquid will change their tactics, whether or not they're actually going to buy into this round as well. If they do go for those AKs, they will leave themselves a little bit light on utility. Vice versa, if they go for the Galils at long distance on a map like Dust 2 can leave them short in terms of firepower. Or ideally, they'd probably like to see JDM with an AWP in his hand, so I wouldn't be surprised to see them just force into this round, maybe with some pistols, some Tech 9s, try and do some damage. But the City Economy, luckily for Winterfox, is quite healthy.
It is quite healthy, and I think you're spot on. I think we hopefully see a pistol force into this, build that economy to get that AWP into JDM's hands. But the old Tech 9 rush out A-Long again. I'm gonna bring it up again. I think could be the goer here for Team Liquid. It's worked for them before earlier in this game, so. Interesting to see what they decide to do with this tac pause, but Dexter with that AWP hasn't had too much impact yet. But now's his moment. Now that the CTs have started to string a few rounds together and I guess work out what Team Liquid are throwing at them, I'm hoping to see him step up with that AWP for the Winterfox boys.
Yeah, look, I mean, he hasn't had too much to do with that AWP per se, but he's been a factor because Team Liquid are very aware of the fact that he's actually got that AWP in his hands, and they're actively trying to avoid him in some situations. In fact, just trying to avoid mid, unless there are some smokes and some flashes down. So they're trying to bully him away from those areas, knowing that he's capable of hitting those shots. But for me, Winterfox are just starting to warm into this match. But is it too little, too late? I guess the question remains. Tactical pause has come out, so they've done enough to get Liquid really thinking, and Liquid are actually going to buy into this round, so they're going to go light on some utility here and there. They're going to have enough to work with, though. They're not going to go with that AWP in JDM's hands, so it's going to be a firefight here. Absolutely,
as the terrorists are going to go for that AK buy, and I mean, they could win this round, and it pays off. But I would have liked to seen that AWP in JDM's hand, like you pointed out, as the CTs are going to go for this A-side stack, and as we can see, it's actually going to pay dividends here as the terrorists are opting for that long push again. The flashes are going to fly out from the CTs. They're actually very effective flashbangs as Emag will get 2 before he's quickly traded out by Elige. Elige will actually get 2 for his troubles as well, but Hiko now finds himself in a 1v3 situation, and the bomb is down long.
The bomb has been taken down, but you could see Winterfox actually sent 4 members towards long. 4 members up against 4 members, and the trades actually came out favouring Winterfox in that instance. So, look, they did the predictable there. I think they read the Bale strat book and went straight back for that long aggression. It did work for them, but I think Winterfox recognised the fact that that was a likely scenario that was going to play out, and now it's all on Hiko, and he's a long way away from the action. You can see the CTs are quite turtled up. This is a very safe hold from them, and so it should be.
Yeah, absolutely. Hiko's, likely to just going to sit tight, try save that AK, as we do see him lurk towards CT. But yeah, look, great read there by Winterfox, perhaps realizing that they've been getting stomped at long, and that was a likely scenario off the back of that pause. Opting to put all 5 of their players on that A-side defense has really paid off here, as Hiko is actually looking for this as he spots the AWPer in Dexter towards long pit there. So the CTs now know where he is. They're slowly peeking towards him. They need to be careful here. Hiko is not the kind of dude you want to peek at one at a time, but Dexter will get that frag there, and Winterfox moved to 12 rounds here, and actually quite an impressive CT side showing from the Australians.
And as a result of buying into that round, they're in a similar situation here at Liquid. Probably better off going for those forced pistols, and now you can see they are going to pull the trigger on that. We will see some Tech 9s across the board, and a PG50 on JDM, obviously trying to save his money for a greater cause, that lounge in AWP, but fast aggression towards B bomb site looks to be on the cards here. Dexter is going to... he looked like he was going to be called into action with that AWP, but look at the positioning of APOC. He's going to have a lot of info here. If they do decide to get out those double doors, he's the first point of contact.
Absolutely, and I think he would have actually heard some of the terrorists making their way down dark there. I'm not certain on that, but he has called in for backup here off the back of some of that utility flying over, and there he is. APOC gets himself 2 really quick frags there. He is traded out by JDM though, but he does have Ofdu there for support. And Ofdu will get the frag onto Hiko. Unable to collect JDM though. He does get away with that M4 and pretty much full health. He's on 96 HP, so 1v4 situation for JDM with that M4. Or how do you like his chances?
Not seeing Zeusi's position before. I liked him, but now I've seen Zeusi's position. He is in a pickle. And may be able to get the frag here onto Offney, but that is about it. Zeusi takes him out. 15-13 to score. This is really bled out for Team Liquid. And look, despite changing lineups here and there, it might be a little bit of history repeating. And they could be choking. I don't know. I don't want to curse it.
Yeah, let's not bring that up. Let's touch wood on that one, because look, but you are spot on. This is very interesting from Team Liquid. One wonders if maybe they switched off a little bit after getting to that match point on at 15, because they've lost the subsequential next 5 rounds. So yeah, interesting stuff coming out here. On the other hand though, Winterfox are looking a little bit better in the way that they're holding. They're sticking to their game plan and trying to make it work, as JDM does spot a player towards middle, unable to make the shot connect. But the terrorists now taking control of long and dark, as well as having a fair bit of presence towards middle, really trying to wait out any kind of aggression coming out from Winterfox.
And Dexter just posting up solo site hold here at the moment. EMAG takes a little bit of damage there from Hiko at those long double doors, but you can see now there's control of short from Team Liquid here. And there are 3 counter-terrorists at that A-bomb site, but you can see now that Imagine has actually opted to back up Dexter. Dexter has that first point of contact here. That smoke, that one-way smoke picking into CT spawn means Liquid are going to telegraph their hit, but EMAG and Dexter combining with the frags here. Leash finds the trade there as well. JDM needs to do some work here with that AWP. They've cordoned off Dexter, but Zeusi is the one to find the frag. They're trading out quite well here, and that potentially could have killed Pimp there. He could have made history for himself, and Offnote is able to find that frag as a result. Winterfox are pushing Team Liquid here. And Liquid, surely there are some ghosts in their closet that are about to rear their ugly head.
Absolutely, and doesn't that Molotov tell a tale? I mean, Team Liquid, to be so dominant early in this match and then to get into a situation where they're mollying themselves off any potential plants on the site. So, they really need to try and find some composure here, as Winterfox do find themselves in a position where they can potentially send this to overtime. Team Liquid, though, going for that passive early play again, sending 1 player towards dark and 4 players hanging outside towards long. And I mean, Winterfox not changing from their game plan either. They're always sending a couple players towards long early, and they're definitely putting on a good showing here.
And they are going to try and concentrate towards long, though. It is going to be late. As we do see, imagine around the corner there, Elysia's able to find the frag, and he's finding a second as well. So that's a great way to punch through the defense of Winterfox here. This is the first time in the last couple of rounds they've actually looked troubled early on and don't have the man advantage leading into this round. And A is going to be, well, perceived to be putting pressure on. You can see, though, they're going to back right off and go back towards middle. So they're going to try and split the defense here. The first point of call is going to be APOC, though, in that middle with the Colt.
Yeah, absolutely. The regroup there from Team Liquid. The 3 players along, regrouping with Pimp here in mid, and Pimp is going to spot out APOC there at the double doors while his teammates slowly mosey their way up short. I think it's Dexter there holding from CT. So there's an open A bomb site here for Team Liquid as they make their way up, and I think they're slowly working that out now. And they should be able to get the plant here, and what's going to probably be I was going to say 3v4 retake here, but it's going to be a 2v3 retake here coming out for Winterfox, and it's going to be incredibly difficult. As Dexter will spot out Pimp there towards short. Oh, great shot there from Pimp. Off who does get the trade, but JDM puts an end to that at 16-14, and